This is your Peace News for Friday, July 5th, 2013. Silver is trading at $20 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at $81 per Bitcoin. This episode is brought to you by WeUseCoins.com. Learn about Bitcoin at WeUseCoins.com. A 3D printed cast has been invented. After many centuries of splints and cumbersome plaster casts that have been the itchy and smelly bane of millions of children, adults, and the aged alike the world over, at last, fracture support joins the 21st century. The Cortex exoskeletal cast provides a highly technical and trauma zone localized support system that is fully ventilated, super light, shower friendly, hygienic, recyclable, and stylish. The Cortex cast utilizes the X-ray and 3D scan of a patient with a fracture and generates a 3D model in relation to the point of fracture. Lighter, tighter, and waterproof, it allows wearers a more free experience while their bones heal. In Cairo, Egypt's military suspended the constitution Wednesday and ordered new elections, ousting the country's first freely elected president after he defied army demands to implement radical reforms or step down. Army Chief of Staff General Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, speaking on national television in front of a row of prominent political and religious leaders, said the military was forced to act after President Mohamed Morsi had refused for weeks to set up a national reconciliation government. Al-Sisi said the chief judge of the Constitutional Court, backed by technical experts, would have full powers to run the country until the constitution is amended and new elections are held. State media reported that Aldi Al-Mansar, the 67-year-old head of Egypt's Supreme Constitutional Court, was sworn in yesterday as interim president. The next story is brought to you by blockchain.info. For Bitcoin charts plus a free and secure Bitcoin wallet, visit blockchain.info. John Bush posted the following message to the blog of sovereignliving.tv. Quote, "Egyptian protesters, give self-governance a try. It is likely that the next ruler will be just like the rest of them. It may take a while, but as Lord Acton said, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. You may not be able to have total liberty across the country, but at least take a couple million of you and create a sustainable and autonomous region or two. What better opportunity than now do you have a chance at experimenting with a radical new way to organize society? Give mutually beneficial voluntary association a try, and abandon the old way of coercion, hierarchy, and despair. If democracy is what you desire, explore direct democracy, where the individual chooses if he or she wishes to participate. You may not get another shot at it in a while. Why not try something new? We'll be watching. Good luck. Peace and freedom for all." One huge step toward personal independence is trading in a free person's money. Learn about the digital currency you control at WeUseCoins.com. Despite sweltering heat and barely tolerable humidity, hundreds marched through New York City on Thursday to protest against mass spying by the U.S. National Security Agency. About 500 people met in Union Square to listen to a number of privacy advocates and civil liberty groups discuss Fourth Amendment rights as they stand today, in light of recent revelations about the U.S. government's spying capability. According to the organizers, Independence Day is a poignant day to protest in support of citizens' constitutional rights for protection against unreasonable searches and seizures, which they claim have been eroded under both the Bush and Obama administrations. People of all ages, from children to elderly folk, joined the march, which snaked through the Midtown area of Manhattan. Many marchers were chanting slogans, but the atmosphere was relaxed and friendly. According to the Restore the Fourth group's Facebook page, more than 100 protests are being held around the US and Europe, as far as San Francisco, Chicago, Washington, D.C., London, and Munich. In a move reminiscent of the anti-SOPA actions of 2012, dozens of popular and high-profile websites, such as Mozilla, Reddit, WordPress, and Imgur, joined in publicly protesting the scope and reach of the Patriot Act and the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, which paved the way for NSA programs like PRISM. Speaking of government spying, the parliamentary members of the Pirate Party in Iceland are pushing to grant immediate citizenship to Edward Snowden. Iceland has taken a strong stance on internet freedom, coming to the defense of Julian Assange when WikiLeaks first came under attack. Speaking of technologies whose time has come, learn about Bitcoins before it becomes the default currency of the internet at WeUseCoins.com. Subscribe at YouTube.com/Peace News Now and watch us on the next news network. For Peace News Now, I'm Derek J, reminding you that peace is the way.